You know, I'm not the type of person to brag a lot, but on this instance right here, I'm going to go ahead and brag on myself just a little bit. Last June and July, I called it, and the reason why the Houston Astros would not only go to the World Series, but potentially win it. And that was because of our bullpen and how elite it was. And what do you know? I was right. And with only 57 days left before baseball season starts back up, I keep getting the same question over and over and over. What do I think will make the Astros, again, World Series champions? And let me tell you, there are two things, in my opinion, that will give the chance for the Astros to win the World Series again and gives them a very good chance to do it. Firstly, when you look around the American League and you see who got better and who got worse. And let's be honest here, there aren't a lot of teams in the American League that got significantly better in the offseason. When you look in the AL West, the only team that really made any really good improvements were the Rangers. They brought in Jacob deGrom and another pitcher in Jake Odorizzi, familiar to the Astros. But other than that, the Seattle Mariners, they made a couple of good moves. Nothing too crazy. And to me, that signifies that the Astros will probably win another 100 games this year and win the AL West yet again. And the rest of the American League, outside of maybe the Blue Jays, I don't think there's any team that really will be able to contend with the Houston Astros in the way that it stands. The Blue Jays starting rotation, it's pretty good. That lineup, if it starts to play up to par from 2021, could give the Astros a serious threat and a run for their money. But I don't see a team like the New York Yankees being able to contend with the Astros. Yes, the Yankees added Carlos Rodon, but outside of that, what do they do? What does their lineup look like? And I can tell you right now, it looks almost the same exact as it did the year before. Now in the National League, I feel personally that's going to be a bloodbath in the playoffs. You're going to have the Dodgers, who are a lock-in for at least 95 wins. You're going to have the Phillies, who made significant upgrades to their starting rotation and their bullpen and their lineup with the addition of Trey Turner. Of course, we know one of the greatest 1-4 lineups of all time with the Padres, who still have a very good starting rotation and a very reliable bullpen. And then you have, in my opinion, what is the cream of the crop in the New York Mets. I'm not sure if there's a better starting rotation out there right now than the New York Mets in the National League. You combine that with an unbelievable starting lineup and the best closer in all of baseball in Edwin Diaz. I personally feel whoever comes out of the National League this year in the postseason is going to be worn down by their starting pitching, and their bullpen is going to be taxed heavily, which in my opinion favors the Astros if they make it back to the World Series. Now secondly, and this is kind of the biggest reason to me why the Astros will make the World Series again, that pitching and that bullpen. Unlike most teams in the major leagues, the Astros don't have one, not two, not three, but 4 elite arms in that bullpen that called upon any time in the regular season or postseason are ready to go out there and put the nail in the coffin. They have Ryan Presley, who had the highest spin rate out of any closer or relief pitcher in all the league last year. They have Ryan Stanek, who set the single season relief pitching ERA record with the Astros last season with a sub 1.1 ERA. Obviously, the man who made himself known last year in the playoffs, and Brian Abreu. Personally, to me, I call him the Iceman. And then lastly, the resurgence of Rafael Montero last year that proved he belonged back in the league. And you pair that with some underrated arms in the Astros bullpen, like the split-fingered specialists of Hector Neris, Phil Maton, and Seth Martinez. Yeah, this Astros bullpen is going to be as nasty as it was last year this coming year. We haven't even talked about the starting pitching. Christian Javier and Framber Valdez, which I promise will be the most underrated duo in this upcoming season, paired with a pissed-off Lance McCullers Jr. who's looking to prove something. And he got the rotation with Hunter Brown, Luis Garcia, and Jose Urquidy. All the Astros offense has to do is score between 4.5 and 5 runs a game. And in my opinion, that'll make them a lock for the ALCS or the Houston Invitational October Classic. But I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Why do you disagree with me? Or why do you agree with me? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as per usual, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new, because I have plenty more baseball content like this. And I'll see you all in the next one. Adios, mis amigos.
Ryan Presley got a 5-out save in Game 5. There goes the runner. Fly ball. Tucker! This time they finish the job! The Houston Astros, world champions!